Hi builders. So today we're happily introducing our FluxA AI Wallet. Our wallet will let your AI agents access x402 resources safely under your supervision. So to interact with our wallet, there's no need for private or API keys. We can help you control your agent's spending. So the AI agents apply for access to your AI wallet, and any payments will require your approval. However, you can set a spend limit for long-term use, so then the agent won't need your approval. And whenever you're done using that agent, you can revoke its access anytime. So here I want to showcase our FluxA Wallet's UI. So on the right, we have the authorized AI agents, and on the left, we have transactions. So here we can click into a AI agent to see how it's been spending. So upon access, we can see the AI agent's info, the name, how much money it has spent, and its authorization. Here we can see its spend limit, of how much it's used, and the recent activities it's done. So to be more detailed, here is the x402 payment policy, where we can add policies for agents to give rules for it to limit its spending. And I'll show that in a moment. So let's hop on to the integration. So here we have our integration page. Our integration page has a playground, which we can play around with this prompt that's pre-written. We have integrations to local MCPs that supports Claude Desktop, Cloud Code, LangChain, Cursor, and Codex. We can also let you host your MCP for a wallet, and we have API guides that can also help you integrate with our wallet. So let's hop in and use the playground to see what it does and how it interacts with the agent. So here I am in Cloud Desktop, and we will be pasting this prompt into it as this prompt. So the task for here is to make the agent use Polymarket's trading recommendation with this API. So this trading URL basically just give recommendation for Polymarket trades for the last hour. So we just let Cloud do its thing. So now it's gonna try to fetch the trading recommendations. And we can see that the API is returning a 402 payment requirement. However, it's not able to pay for it because first it needs to register for a FluxA agent ID to get a JOT token. So now let's give it my email. And after giving it my email, it will register an agent. So we can see it's registering an agent with our API. And after that, it has registered with the agent ID that the API returns, and it's processing trying to process the x402 payment. However, it says that I need you to authorize the agent wallet to let me use it. So let's hop on there and see what's happening. So here we have the FluxA authorized agent page. After clicking on that, it says to help to authorize this agent, and it will basically grant the wallet to the Cloud Summit 4.5. And here on the right, we have agent payment rules. So we have either you can do manual approve every time or auto approve that lets you create a policy. So now let's authorize this agent. Okay, so right now the authorization is done. Let's hop back to Cloud. So here I'm gonna let it continue. And now it's going to retry the payment since we already authorized it to use our wallet. So here it's done. It's returning the amount the API is required and the authorization key. The authorization link. So this link is required for the approval of this payment. Let me click into it and see what happens. So here we are brought to our payment request by the Cloud Sonnet 4.5 agent. It shows the amount and it shows the who we are paying to with the description of the API. So we can set our auto approval for this host, and it will generate our payment policy. So let's go do that. So now let's come back to Cloud here and say, well, done. And now it's going to retry the payment again. And let's see what it gets. So the payment has been authorized as we have authorized it. And it has successfully fetched the Polymarket's trading recommendation. So we can see the 3 recommendation with the highest confidence. Okay, now let's see what happens if we remove its payment policy. So now we're back to our AI agent wallet. So as we can see, its recent activity is a payment to the Polymarket recommendation, and it has used the 1 cent out of the $3 we approved. Now, if we remove this payment policy, let's see what happens. So we have removed its payment policy. Let's say, try again to refresh our recommendation. So it's going to try to fetch Polymarket, but the payment signature has expired as we just revoked it. So now it has gotten a new approval link for the payment. So now let's see what happens if we fully revoke the access of this agent. So we're back to the wallet page. If we revoke this access, let's see, so the agent will no longer be accessed to our wallet. Give me a second. And then we test again in Cloud. Try again. So it looks like the agent authorization was also reset. It's not able to use the drop token. And now it's not able to pay for anything. All right, thanks for joining. I'll see you next time.